Fortnite Chapter 5 has officially leaked. There's a massive update that could ruin this season, and a live event is officially on the way. I am stressing over these 20 leaked updates coming soon. So the cube is officially back, but he's not just a decoration on the map. This will be our main focus for the rest of the season as we enter 5 different stages, from the glowing vortex to the 0 point itself appearing right underneath the cube. Last time Kevin failed and overloaded, but leaks are telling us his alternate timeline will drain the 0 points power with a cracked version also in the files. And that won't even be the most powerful thing on the island because everyone's worst nightmare might be returning. Mechs were re-added to the files, and while Fortnite hasn't confirmed their return, it's pretty likely they'll appear during Season X. This is gonna split the community down the middle, but interested to see how we all feel about this. Thankfully, there's something else in the works that everyone will be happy about. Would it be OG Fortnite without LTMs? And after years of playing the game with only Solid Gold or Horde Rush, they are going fully OG and adding back fan favorites. Throwdown has been re-added, which you probably remember as the catch. The last time we saw this was back in Chapter 2, so I cannot wait to see what else Epic has in store. And the person we have to thank for all of this is Agent Jones. Taking the time machine back to Chapter 1 has given us the best season of all time. Not only are updates happening each week because of the time machine, but there's also 4 leaked stages, and I am so excited for this. Currently it's at Pleasant Park, but soon it'll make its way to the cube at Loot Lake, then Dusty, before finally being strapped directly onto the rocket. The community is going crazy with theories about what's gonna happen, especially with Epic announcing that it'll be the next big bang, so it looks like we're on the brink of the craziest event. If the season didn't feel authentic already, it also looks like Epic is planning on bringing back hidden battle stars. True OGs will remember checking loading screens every single week for a free level, but as soon as they were removed, a lot of people, okay, me, was very sad. Fingers crossed we'll get them soon, and Epic is already delivering with the insane amount of things getting vaulted. From day 1, we got a ton of items back, but it's only gonna get better because Season 6 is bringing back quad crashers and drift boards, alongside the double barrel shotgun, clingers, and mounted turrets. There's also a lot of speculation around the guided missile making a return with new files for unvaulting it, so we'll have to see. After that, we head into Season 7 and 8, which is set to arrive on the 16th. This will give us planes, flint knocks, miniguns, not to mention the snow biome. The season comes to an end with Season 9 and X on the 23rd, with the baller, storm flip, jetpacks, and a lot more. They're even putting the meteor back while Dusty is already destroyed, so the timeline is about to get messy, and it's already happening with the skins this season. The OG Pass is full of remixes like Omega Rock or Renegade Links, but there's even more on the way. We've already seen Raven Team Leader, but everyone is waiting on Sora, a cross between Rex and Aura, and yeah, you're gonna be seeing this one a lot. There's also Bright Hunter ready to release, who's a mashup of Bright Gunner and Bronto. Maybe you're still looking for more, don't worry, because the final page of the pass will be granting super styles for Lil Split, Lynx, and Omega Rock in just a couple days. Now the seasons we replay won't be exactly as you remember them. The iceberg will be a lot smaller, we won't be getting rift zones back, but most importantly, the entire jungle won't return. I know all the Season 8 fans are upset, but it also means the volcano will never exist, and I am way more upset about that. It's a huge live event that Epic's missing out on, but it looks like it's actually gonna branch the timeline, so now that Tilted and Retail survive, they will celebrate with a giant firework display. And well, I wouldn't exactly recommend partying too soon, because it looks like the Devourer is gonna escape. When Polar Peak arrives during Season 7, the ice will still get destroyed, setting the monster free. To make matters worse, it doesn't sound like he's gonna leave peacefully either, because leakers have found sound files relating to him, so maybe we'll get to see him swimming around the island once again. He'll probably be traveling all over the place, especially if you're looking for OG challenges. A lot of people are expecting to see some old quests like searching 7 chests at Risky, but sadly the weeklies were pretty boring. We did get some secret gnome quests, but luckily leakers have just discovered things like flaming hoops, time trials, and even storm circle challenges, and I cannot wait to see these again. Just like the infamous rocket. This thing kicked off the entire storyline, and it wouldn't be OG Fortnite without it. When it comes to Season X, they'll remove Dusty Diner and slowly rebuild the warehouse inside, including a brand new crane to hold the rocket. It'll obviously launch at the end of the season for the live event, so who knows how we'll get to the black hole. One leak that doesn't make sense is the return of the Wolverine claws. Yeah, for some reason they were re-added to the files this season, and it has everyone clueless. Usually they get reused for things like the Howler claws, but they don't match anything we had in the OG days. It could be an upcoming Marvel collab, something for Chapter 5, or just a complete accident, so keep an eye out. Keep track of your wallet too, because this season is draining everyone's bank account. Drift is easily one of the most popular skins of Chapter 1, so Epic has remixed them 3 times and turned it into one big pack. You'll be able to grab Skull Drifter, Fish Drift, and Rift Strider, so make sure to use code T5G if you want to make me happy. You'll also be able to grab extra loot from Supply Drone soon. Even though we only saw them last week, they're still making a comeback in Fortnite OG. They were first added in Season 9 for the futuristic theme and spawned all around Hot Drop, so it makes complete sense they'll be returning. Still not as insane as the random opportunity to get Chapter 4 items in the OG season. Sounds crazy, I know, but Epic is literally literally added rift encounters to the game, which could be arriving in Season X. They'll include NPCs again, along with special things like dirt bikes, shockwave hammers, and the kinetic blade, which sounds weird to have during Chapter 1, but this could just be for Chapter 5 as well. Which, by the way, has also had its entire map leaked. We're only a little bit into this season, but somehow we are already getting information about next chapter. No one had any idea of what to expect, until Epic left the whole map in the files. It's not 100% finished, it's missing trees and some POIs, but you can definitely get a good idea of the island. It's codenamed Helios after another Greek god, and people are already theorizing that it looks very similar to Chapter 2, which makes a lot of sense coming from the OG island. This time around, there's going to be a boreal forest biome, as well as a Japanese POI called Sakura Springs. There'll also be the return of the northern lights above the snowy mountains, so this is really sounding like an alternate reality of Chapter 2. It only gets crazier with the leaks of a brand new Fall Guys mode. Since Epic officially owns both games, it was only a matter of time before we saw a crossover with them, just like Rocket League. It's codenamed Beanstalk, it'll have its own minigame and bean characters to control. Not much else is known about it, but I cannot wait to see what's in store. The same goes for weapon mods. I'm sure these things have been worked on for years now, but we finally have an update and it sounds promising. Data miners have discovered brand new files for tons of attachments, from ones that improve accuracy or recoil, as well as an optic scope. And if you're wondering how they'll work with your weapons, Epic is designing the inventory to slot them right next to items like traps and materials. Something even more exciting is progress in the upcoming LEGO collab, and it sounds crazier than ever before. Soon we'll be able to automatically generate worlds out of bricks, kind of like Minecraft seeds. The whole mode will feature elements like guided building, combat levels, and an overworld to explore. There's so many new modes arriving that you probably forgot about racing. This thing is constantly changing, and now leakers have revealed it'll actually be a collab with Rocket League. Your garage will carry over from the game with the cars and designs are ready to use in Fortnite. So if we're getting a garage in the lobby, it'll probably explain why Epic recently updated most of their UI elements, and even more changes are coming soon. A huge locker redesign is on the way, and it sparked mixed opinions between players. Personally, I prefer the old one, but I guess we'll have to wait for the final version to judge. But what I am glad to see come back soon are grind rails. These are a key part of mobility in Chapter 4, and I'm really glad to see they'll be present on the new map as well. Keep it coming, Epic. The same goes for an item that hasn't been seen since Chapter 3. The Anvil launcher was first introduced for the Resistance season and locked into vehicles to counter things like tanks. Turns out it's going to be coming back next season, so I would expect some kind of OP vehicle to be arriving alongside it. They're also revamping the elements for Chapter 5, and it could change Fortnite forever. Since the flood season, fire spread transformed the way we experience the game, with gas cans exploding and whole buildings burning down. But now it is time for ice. Leaks have revealed that we'll be able to throw down frozen grenades that'll spread across the floor just like fireflies. It'll turn surfaces slippery, reinforce walls, and even react with fire. What might finally be added next season has been in the works for over 3 years. It wouldn't be a new chapter without the rumors of first person, which we all expected to arrive in Chapter 4, and nothing happened. Well, it turns out Epic is still working on it, now adding leaning and left-hand posing, so it is probably right around the corner. I'm just not getting my hopes up. It's everything coming. It's Batami, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.